95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin on this Tuesday morning.
Hello, Tuesday.
Yeah, it is Tuesday here, too. So back in the groove of a work week here after Monday. We mentioned yesterday it was kind of Mondays are the day you don't feel like yourself.
No. You see the smoke in the sky?
Yeah.
From
yesterday.
Canada? Yeah.
Those fires that are way out west there, but they're making their way down here.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, yeah. It's, the city skyline looked kind of funny.
In fact, I don't remember driving in.
Well,
I think you did drive in.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you did. So, well, welcome.
Yeah.
57 degrees right now. Maybe a little smoke today, too, up there. So, 95.5 WFMS. Thanks for waking up in the country. 95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's great to have you by. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
You know, you guys, your talents never cease to amaze me. And I know you think I'm probably joking, but I'm not. Both of you are actually very good cooks in different ways. Jim, you're more of a grill master.
I do like that.
When it has anything to do with the grill, whether it be brats or ribs or just hot dogs and hamburgers.
With my new grill, it makes it a lot
easier. And Deb is the queen when it comes to cakes and cupcakes and those kind of things, but also just regular biscuits and gravy. She took it to the racetrack, and I don't know how many people came up and said, "Where do I buy that?" It's like, well, no, you don't. Deb made it. It's fantastic. Anyway, we posted a picture on Facebook earlier of Deb's latest. She had two pizza creations. They're on there. And then Jim, your latest grill master work. And folks have commented on that.
But you grill and you make potatoes something, don't you? Make mashed potatoes?
Well, I can mash potatoes. Yes, I can do that.
You peel them.
But I can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, come on.
But I don't have that skill. But who taught you guys how to cook?
Well, I got the restaurant business. My dad was in the restaurant. He was a manager, so I kind of learned from
I forgot
him.
you were a cook in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I was a Dairy Queen, but that's really not a cook.
But you were a brazier cook, so you're pretty mean with a burger.
It's a hamburger from Dairy Queen. It's a little different. Deb, who taught you how to?
I'm probably self-taught. My grandma taught me how to make. Grandma Evie taught me how to make jelly. In the kitchen and and homemade biscuits. I remember noodles. She made homemade noodles.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
Which is time consuming.
Yeah, it is.
Now I just go and buy the bag of noodles. But I probably self-taught.
So if you were to invite us over to your house, you want to impress somebody. Well, what is your go-to entree, go-to dessert? What would be the one that would be hey, this has to be in my cookbook?
Mac and cheese.
Your mac and cheese.
I'm known for.
Because your nephews
they call it
love
Deb's
it.
famous mac and cheese. My nieces and nephews love it. And Lincoln, my youngest nephew, will call me and say, "Hey, when we have our family get together, will you make a second batch just for me?" So I make 2 batches. It's Naomi Judd's recipe. It's in her cookbook.
Oh,
I've
really?
made it for years. And then I give him the second batch. He takes
really?
it home for the
well,
week.
You could why don't you make 3 next time?
Yeah, really.
In here,
It's a lot of mac and cheese, let me tell you.
Yeah. Jimmy, what's your
ribs? I like country style ribs too because they got a lot of fat on them, so it can really get that flavor.
I never
working.
made ribs.
Never made ribs. You got slow and low.
Yeah.
But I'll make it. Bring them in sometime.
Okay, what's your item?
Yeah, Kim.
Again, I make a pretty mean peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think is what I do.
You're good on the grill because you got all those grandkids coming over to eat.
By the way, if you go to our YouTube channel, the Jim, Deb, and Kevin YouTube channel, search Jim's Brats. Jim shot a video one time on how to make his beer brats.
Oh,
it's
my
pretty
gosh.
good.
Don't get too excited.
They are
I'm warning you.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Talking about Bailey Zimmerman a few minutes ago. Rockin' a Hard Place is his big, huge hit. We had a chance to talk with him. He's a songwriter. We asked him where he kind of gets some of the topics for his songs.
Yeah, I'm always looking for stuff to just remind me of a feeling or whatever. Like today was kind of gloomy outside. So on the way here, I was just like, what can I write a song about? What is going on right now in my life? I'm always thinking.
So do you write every day?
Yep.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Whether you want to or not, or?
Yeah, whether I want to or not, I always be writing songs, though. I always just write songs in my head.
Exercise.
So if I go home, I'll sit down and try to play with chords and see if I can't find what I'm been looking for all day. But, yep.
So when you got up this morning, what was breakfast?
Nothing.
You've eaten nothing.
I've had nothing today.
All the moms listening right now are not going to be happy with
No, they're not.
Do you have coffee?
No, I've got water.
Oh, you're simple.
Yeah. Just waiting on food. They just told me to be here, and I was like, okay. And then now I'm here and hopefully get food soon.
Are you on time? Are you fashionably 5 minutes late, or are you always late?
I'm just a late guy. I'm late. I don't know. It's something about just I started living my life for me, and I know this can be disrespectful sometimes, but I'm a happy person. So hear me out on this. I actually have a philosophy on this.
Okay.
when I quit living for everybody else and everybody else's times and everybody else's everything, I am so much happier. So if I've got to be somewhere at 8:30 and I get in the shower at 8:10 or 8:15, that's kind of on you for being mad because I'm so happy when I get there. Like, that's on you for being mad at me. And some things have to be on time.
Right. Yes.
But a lot of the things, I'm just like, you know what? Is it really, really that important? I love everybody there, but, I'm happy, really, really happy, yeah.
Why put all that extra stress on yourself?
Exactly.
That's a good point.
So he does not buy into the if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late phrase. People say that all the time.
Well,
I always run late, so I'm with you on this.
See, 15 minutes late is on time.
That's high five. That's what I say.
Don't miss.
You're still within the realm.
Yeah.
8 or 8:15.
I mean, come on. Hey, how many pieces of turkey have you eaten since I've been 15 minutes not here? Stop. It's fine.
Right. I love your attitude.
Ellie Zimmerman there talking about being tardy.
He said, stop. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I didn't know that. If I'm happy, it doesn't matter if I'm late.
It's not in all cases, though.
I mean, right. Morning, 7:09. Jim, Deb, and Kevin at 95.5 WFMS. What's on your mind there,
Well,
Deb?
just not a happy camper over here. Little frustrated.
I think it's funny.
I'm sure you do because you're not the one out $163.
Okay.
So my oldest son, we're very proud. He graduated from Indiana State University. He's working his full-time job in Fishers. He's loving his job. Everything's great. Everything's great except for he and his father went to Indiana State just Sunday night.
It's a baseball game, right?
To watch the baseball game. The Sycamores are doing well in the playoffs.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And so they bought the tickets. They went to the game. It's going to be a late night for both of them and get up and go to work the next morning, but they thought it was worth it. And so I got a call. Usually after a game, they'll message me or call me when they get to their car and say, "Hey, we're heading back. We hit the road. We're on the interstate."
Yeah.
I didn't get that call, and so I was thinking, well, what was this taking them so long? So I checked the location. It showed they're still at the ballpark area, and then finally I got the phone call, and it was my husband, and he said, "Hey, I have 9% on my phone battery, so I want to make this quick." And the way he sounded a little alarmed, and I thought something bad has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he said, "Our car was towed."
The car was towed.
Car was towed.
Oh, they parked it where they shouldn't have parked it.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yes, they parked it in a no parking zone, and I could have killed them.
Okay? They thought that'd be okay.
Well, and I'm a rule follower, so if there's a sign there that says your car will be towed, this is no park. I don't park there. I don't park there. And this has happened before. We were at a University of Florida game over spring break, and Greg wanted to park at a spot, and I said, "There's a sign that says no parking," and he said, "Who's going to tow us?" And I said, "I am not parking here.
Right.
I refuse to do it because I wasn't going to be on vacation and come out and have my car gone." Well, I wasn't with them. So guess what? They thought it would be a great idea to park because, quote, everyone else was doing it at the apartment complex across the street from the stadium.
Got towed,
where somebody actually pays to live there and park there.
And someone has a permit usually to park there.
Right.
Well, they didn't. So anyways, Griffin... I waited until they got home. He told me last night. He said when they walked out to the car, he said he was hitting his key fob, and he was like, "I don't know, why am I not hearing it?" As they walked closer to it. And Greg had said, "Do you remember where we parked?" "I'm not sure I remember." And Griffin said, "Yeah, I do." And he says they got closer. There's a red sedan in their spot. Griffin's black SUV was gone. And then about 7 or 8 to 10 other people around them were all on the phone with the company that towed because they got towed.
Right. Did they have to Uber then?
Griffin had a friend that came and picked him up.
I love the fact, though, that you knew what to do.
Yes. Why is that?
I watch a show called Parking Wars, and I love Parking Wars. If you haven't watched it, it's very entertaining.
I've seen it.
It's well produced, and I watch as these cars have either too many parking tickets or they parked in no parking zone. They get it towed, and when you go to get it out, you have to have a current registration and current insurance. You have to have proof of it.
So you told them right there. Here's
So
what you need.
I immediately text Griffin. I'm like, I gave you a
here's
new
what you're gonna need.
I gave you a new insurance card 2 weeks ago. I hope you have it with you because you're going to need your current insurance and your current registration. And of course, $163 in cash. You also have to have cash. Go to an ATM. I could have killed him.
Well, you towed him.
I'm still a little. I towed him.
Towed him, not to.
I towed him, and it was towed. I was so ticked. I'm still ticked if you couldn't tell.
That's horrible. When
But
you walk.
think of
Because
that.
you could have paid. Oh, wait, this is. I said you could have paid $7 to park, and now it cost us $163. And you know what Griffin said? "Oh, parking's free there." I'm like, "Oh, you could park for free."
No. Okay, I was kind of like, well, on the side of a learning
error.
lesson, but this is a dumb lesson here.
Dumb.
If you could park for free.
And I love when Griffin said, well, everyone else was doing it. And I said, so everyone else was dumb too. Everyone else made stupid choices.
Yeah, it's good. You got a nice little club together there.
I have watched that Parking Wars before, though.
It is a riot.
Because folks are like, I thought I could park here,
Yeah.
even though it said no parking.
So it's a good day for
And
the
that's
tow
your
company
husband.
and the apartment complex.
Yeah,
they were
did
very
well.
profitable.
Love those ball games.
They went
Go
out for
trees.
steak. They went out for steak that night.
Yeah.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. What's going on with John Travolta's cake?
Yeah, you'll have to hear this story. It's very interesting. I'll share it in about 30 seconds. But first, if you work for Martha Stewart, she expects you to be available at all times. And at first I thought, oh, this is a disgruntled employee telling this story. No, it's Martha. She says one time she called an employee on a Sunday and he said, I can't talk. I'm taking a bath. And she said, well, I knew I just couldn't work with that person. She wants you to be available.
You got to have some free time.
Yeah, you got to bathe.
Yeah.
Can you give me a 10-minute hygiene
Come on,
break?
Martha.
It's kind of weird. So this is funny. Chrissy Teigen did that 23andMe where you test your DNA.
Yeah, DNA.
They told her she had an identical twin. Is that not? Wouldn't you freak
She
out?
didn't know it?
You ready for this? It turns out she'd actually matched with her own data because she'd previously run her DNA under a fake name, being a celebrity.
Oh.
And then she realized, oh, yeah, that's me too.
That's me.
I'm my own twin.
Dork. Chris Rock called the cops on a peeping Tom lurking on his apartment's fire escape in Manhattan. That's weird. Look out your window, and there he is. Unfortunately, the guy was able to escape before the authorities arrived. John Travolta says every year at Christmas time, I've never heard this, Tom Cruise gives a coconut cake to all of his good friends. He makes it himself.
Oh, yeah?
It's a bundt cake. You know, where you have the
Okay,
hole
sure.
in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
It's a coconut cake, and he hands it, and he says it looks like a professionally baked cake, but actually Tom makes it himself. So his daughter, John Travolta's daughter, Ella, tried to make it and replicate the whole process. Yeah. It didn't look as good. It's a little bit messier, but there's a video on Instagram on John Travolta's account showing John as well as his son trying the cake, and they're like, it is amazingly good. Yeah, so she did a pretty
Just
good job.
doesn't look good.
Didn't look good. That's all right. You
A little
can eat it
messy,
anyway.
but that's okay. I thought it was kind of cool. That's a great gift idea.
Yeah.
Give your friends a coconut cake. 7:28. That's Deb's Daily Dirt, sponsored by Mark Dietel Realty.
It's time for another round of Can't Beat Deb, and our contestant on the line is Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
Mandy, where are you from? What side of town?
I live in Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina.
I like this.
I like that, too. Well, here's how we play.
We're going to ask you 5 questions, Mandy, and of course we asked Deb those exact same 5 questions. If you get more right than Deb, then yay, you win. And if she gets more right than you, or if she ties you, she wins. And if you're ready, let's start with question number 1.
All right, Mandy, here we go. Question 1. 18 states, including Indiana, have never had a female governor. Now, Sarah Palin was the governor of what state?
Alaska.
Question 2. A new study found that women burn more fat if they exercise in the morning. Now, which one of these is not a yoga pose? The reverse warrior, the tree pose, or the grocery cart?
Grocery cart.
All right, question 3. Nicole Kidman turns 56 years old later this month. Now, who is older, Nicole or her husband, Keith Urban?
Nicole.
And question 4, the theme for this year's Indiana State Fair is basketball. Now, in basketball, what is it called when a player throws the ball high towards the basket and another teammate jumps up, catches the ball, and then slams it into the hoop?
Alley-oop.
And question 5, high school and college students all over the country are looking for part-time summer jobs. Now, what is the minimum wage? Is it $6.25, $7.25, or $8.25 an hour?
$7.25.
There's our 5 questions. Let's bring Deb back in the room and see how she does. It's back to Can't Beat Deb. Deb is back at the studio now. Say hello to Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Hi.
Oh, Mandy sounds very sweet.
Yeah, you're not going to say that here in a minute.
Don't let her fool you.
All right, Deb, you all set?
I'm ready.
Question 1. 18 states, including Indiana, have never had a female governor. Now, Sarah Palin was the governor of what state?
Oh, shoot. I know who Sarah Palin is. I don't quite remember. She had a little bit of a nasally, so I would say like Montana. I forget. What was it?
Alaska.
Alaska.
And Mandy knew that.
Oh,
so she
shoot.
gets the point. It's Deb 0, Mandy 1.
Pipe down, Mandy.
All right, question 2. A new study found that women burn more fat if they exercise in the morning. Now, which one of these is not a yoga pose? The reverse warrior, the tree pose, or the grocery cart?
Oh, come on. I have never heard of the grocery cart. I did yoga a couple of times. A couple.
With a goat.
No, I went to hot yoga.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so I'm going to go with grocery cart.
Sure.
Okay.
And Mandy knew that too.
Okay.
So everybody scores. It's Deb 1, Mandy 2.
Question 3. Nicole Kidman turns 56 years old later this month. Now, who is older, Nicole or her husband, Keith Urban?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to say Nicole.
You'd be right.
Okay.
Keith turns 56 in October. So
Oh, well,
they're
pretty close.
And Nicole is older. And Mandy knew that too.
Oh, my God.
So again, everybody scores. It's Deb 2, Mandy 3.
When does she get one wrong?
Well, just keep waiting.
Question 4. The theme for this year's Indiana State Fair is basketball. Now, in basketball, what is it called when a player throws the ball high towards the basket and another teammate jumps up, catches the ball, and then slams it into the hoop?
Alley-oop.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised she knew that.
Thank you.
And Mandy knew it too, so
Are you
everybody scores.
serious?
It's Deb 3, Mandy 4.
it.
Going down to the final question, and let me repeat the score. Deb 3, Mandy 4.
That's not disrespectful, though. I mean, that's not embarrassing. I've got 3.
All right,
I'm
question
losing.
5.
Okay.
High school and college students all over the country are looking for part-time jobs this summer. What is the minimum wage? $6.25 an hour, $7.25, or $8.25 an hour?
Oh, shoot. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I want to say.
Yeah, you want to say.
I want to say it's $8.25, but that sounds generous. Let's see. It could be $7.25. But you know what? When in doubt, go with your gut. $8.25.
Mandy knew that it was $7.25, so Mandy scores. It's Deb 3, Mandy 5.
I hate my
Mandy, you are undefeated in this case. You got them all right, and you
Wow.
today have what it takes to beat Deb.
She Googled
Congratulations.
the answers.
No, she did not.
I did not. I would never.
The joy of victory.
What joy.
All right, Mandy, it's time for those famous words.
I'm Mandy from South Carolina, and I can beat Deb.
If you'd
you
like to be
go.
a contestant, just go to the website, WFMS.com. We'll get you signed up for Can't Beat Deb.
That was horrible.